I'm going to talk about something now that I briefly mentioned before. There are two kinds of elements in HTML, two kinds of tags. There are block elements and there are inline elements. So block elements are kind of bigger, and they mean that there's maybe space before them and afterwards, and they take up the whole line. H1, or all of the headings, they're block elements, because you can see they take up the whole line here. Fun at Ucode. Now there's nothing else after it, but it actually takes up the whole line, and we can see that by putting the mouse cursor inside Fun at Ucode, and you can see, not the mouse cursor, but the actual cursor, and you can see that it highlights everything in the H1 heading in Chrome. And you can see that it extends all the way here. Inline elements are something like the A tag, because they don't take up the whole line, and they don't have space before and after them, or above and below. And you can see that here, it just takes up this portion, right? Now P, paragraph, that is a block element actually, and it can have inline elements inside of it, but the P tag takes up the whole line and has a little bit of space before and after it. This is padding. H2 takes up the whole line. UL actually takes up the whole line, and each list item that takes up a whole line as well. So those are all block elements. Now, one thing you'll notice in H1, it takes up the whole line. What would be really nice, and I want you to do this too on your web page, why don't we center the heading? So because it takes up the whole line, we can tell it to align it in the center. So that means that we're going to change the style. But we've already set a style. We already have a declaration here. Font weight is the property and normal is the value. We can add another declaration by separating it with a semicolon, like that. And this time we're going to say text dash align. You can see there's tons of stuff about text decoration. So we're going to use the first one, text align, and we're going to make it center. And you can see it's centered. Why don't you try that now?